Hi everyone, so yes, driving tests have been cancelled for up to 3 months. So at the moment, they're not booking any driving tests until at least the middle of June 2020. And all current driving tests have been cancelled. There is a bit more to than that, so I'm going to go through this email that I've had from this website that's been set up by the government, a page on their website, and I'll put a link to it in the description below. But I'm going to go through all of this. And I've got some really important information on the theory test as well. It's going to be quite controversial. It may upset some people, but please keep watching for that information on the theory test too. So let's go through the details. The theory tests are currently suspended until April 20th, or the 20th of April 2020. It's a bit confusing with all the 20s, but we all know 20 is plenty. So yeah, theory tests are suspended until the 20th of April 2020. And the practical driving test is suspended till June 2020. This also applies to driving instructor tests, by the way, so if you're an instructor and you've got a standards check or anything like that, you'll be really sad to know it's been cancelled. So yeah, you can claim out-of-pocket expenses if your theory test was due to be taken on or before Monday the 23rd of March 2020, or you can claim out-of-pocket expenses for your driving test if that was due to take place on or before Tuesday the 24th of March 2020. So with theory tests, their advice is you automatically get a refund and you'll get an email to tell you, but it could be a few weeks. Obviously they've got a lot going on, so you may not get a refund for a while. Now this is a really important part about the theory test certificate. If your theory test certificate expires soon, people have been asking me what happens. My theory runs out in a few weeks and my test's been cancelled. Now I would have said they probably would have just extended the theory test date or waived that rule, but it says here, I'll quote this, legally your theory test certificate cannot be extended in any circumstances. And the part people won't like, you'll need to book and pay for another theory test. Quite controversial there, although I know it's some legal point maybe, as they say, but if your theory is expiring, you are going to have to take it again, unfortunately, and pay for another one as well. So here's how you book a test, an emergency test if you're a critical worker. Now, what critical workers are, there are many things like nurses, doctors, social care workers. There are many people that fall under this category. Indeed, someone I'm teaching at the moment is a gas engineer, and they're saying that they're being classed as a key worker, or however you want to phrase it, because people need boilers to be working so they can wash their hands and be safe. So I'll read through most of this, but quite simply, if you've got a driving test booked at the moment, it's been cancelled. But there is some good news, so just be aware of that. So the good news is quite simply, if you really need a driving test because you've got a job, like I said, they are prioritising you. I don't know when they'll be doing them. I haven't announced that yet. But you can't currently book a new driving test at all. There's a blanket, just no, they're not taking bookings. There is a special email address you have to contact. If you are one of the workers that will be allowed to book a driving test, and I'll go through all those details now. And it says you can still get an emergency driving test during the suspension period if your work is critical. So this includes people who work in health and social care, education and childcare, key public services, local and national government, food and other necessary goods, public safety and national security, transport, utilities, communication and financial services. So there's quite a wide range of people who will still be allowed to take tests. But to book an emergency test, you need to email the DVSA, and that will all be in the link that I'll put below. It's about 2/3 of the way down the page. They are going to be busy, so please give them time to reply. Don't expect it any time, within minutes. Driving tests are suspended for up to, that's the good news, up to 3 months. It doesn't necessarily mean it will be 3 months. It's up to 3 months. It could be sooner, it could be May, it could even be April. Who knows when they start up again. You'll get an email to tell you if your test has been rebooked, and it will give you the details. You won't get this email immediately. It should arrive around 2 weeks before your original test date. Now they were only booking about a month ahead, so within the next couple of weeks everyone should have had the email. And it does say very importantly here, in the meantime, do not call the DVSA. Please don't go phoning them about this. They're swamped as it is, and as you can imagine, they can't tell you any more than they'll hear. If you read this web page, it tells you everything they could tell you anyway. It says it's likely that your new test date will be around 3 months after your original. So if you had one booked for May, it's probably going to be August. I think that's correct. If you want to cancel your test, it goes to the details. You will need to include your name. They've got an email address for them there, customer services email. You can't book a future driving test date. That's what we just said. If you've not got a test booked, you can't currently book one. And that's what it says. So, yeah, just wanted to give you all that update. So unfortunately, your test is cancelled at the moment. But be aware, these are temporary measures. This will all end. It will be over. And remember, the more we all stick to what we're being told to do, the quicker it will be over. If you go out and you start socialising, you're only going to make it worse for everyone. So my advice is follow the official advice. We need to stick together and work together on this. Now, we'll have more videos coming soon. I might be doing one later today, releasing it later today or tomorrow, about what I'm doing in this situation. Obviously, with me being self-employed, it's a big deal. The Chancellor announced last night, and what I thought was quite a well done speech, much better than my speeches, but they announced a lot of measures, and as usual, the self-employed have been left out. If you're employed, you can get up to £2,500 a month. If you're watching this abroad, they're advising everyone in the UK to stay at home, don't go to work. If you're employed, they're going to cover up to £2,500 a month of your income. If you're self-employed, we're going to get about £370 a month, which is a bit of an insult. For all the self-employed, the millions, I think there are 5 million at least self-employed people in the UK. We are the ones that grow businesses. We are the ones that become the big businesses. And we always seem to get treated second or third rate. Anyway, let's not turn this into a political debate. I'm just giving you my thoughts on that. If anyone does watch this who can influence that, I think it would be nice if self-employed people also had the same amount of cover, but I'll be talking about that in a separate video. So thanks for watching. Check out the other videos on the screen now, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.